Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my comic book review for this week in the first week of November 2011. I only got 5 books to talk about here on video. I recently just posted a couple of written reviews on my Tumblr page for Batman the Dark Knight number 2 and Action Comics number 3. Be sure to check those out. Don't forget my student, TheMtVernonKid. Sure, stay tuned with his comic book reviews. My next written reviews from my Tumblr page, I'm wanting to do written reviews for FF, Green Lantern New Guardians, and Static Shock. So stay tuned for those. I just cut a video review for Batman Arkham City for the Xbox 360, which my girlfriend Jennifer is playing right now. Right now she's tracking down one of Ra's al Ghul's ninja assassins. Game's bitchin'. Check out my review. Tried to look past the geeking out on my behalf and just know that I really love that game. Alright, on to the comic books, shall we? We're going to start things off with Amazing Spider-Man number 673, the epilogue to Spider Island. Now, I gotta say, Dan Slott still knows what he's doing, and we got Caselli coming in on the artwork for this issue. Humberto Ramos does not finish off the story, but it's still sad. It's still a satisfying ending to the story. However, I gotta be honest, I did not enjoy this issue as much as I felt like I should have. The beginning scene with all the Avengers and everybody else in New York, including Peter's girlfriend Carly, all of a sudden, waking up in New York after all this Spider Island ordeal, and they're all butt naked. That was pretty funny. A little bit of some old school dirty humor, but it was funny. It was funny. The scene with Hercules just killed me. But it's the overall presentation of how New York City's wrapping things up after this whole Spider Island ordeal, and to me, it just didn't feel quite as satisfying as it should have been. Now, let me try to explain why. I'll go ahead and minorly spoil 2 things. One, the Jackal's still around. I'm going to go ahead and say it right here and right now. The Jackal is the Michael Cole of the Spider-Man Rogues Gallery. No matter how much you hate him and just wish he would just go away, there's always going to be a way for him to stick around and just annoy the shit out of you. The Jackal is one of those villains who I wish would just go and just stay gone. I can live without him, Marvel. A real cop-out, too, on how he's staying around. By the way, if you're hearing any noise in the background, that's Arkham City on my TV. The other thing I'll try to spoil minorly, is Peter Parker and Carly Cooper have broken up. Now, I had no qualms with Carly as a character, and I didn't mind her being in a relationship with Peter, even though I am one of those fanboys that loves Peter's relationship with Mary Jane. And I still want that back, but at the same time, I don't want... It's just the way that Peter and Carly broke up. I won't spoil that, but the way it happened kind of felt odd. It just felt rushed. The way it was explained as to the way the events were explained in this book that led to their breakup, it felt really sour to me, and I'm kind of praying that Marvel isn't taking too much of a step back. I would like for Peter and Mary Jane to be back together in the future, just not right away. Don't rush it. I kind of felt like the breakup between Peter and Carly was rushed. I was expecting them to stick together for like the rest of the year, and then break up sometime nearing the issue 700 slot. But what are you gonna do? It's just a comic book, and we're just dumb fans. Remember, Joe? But the overall presentation of the epilogue was well done. Very very emotional ending to the story. But yeah, this overall this book was still really good. It just felt kind of bittersweet at the same time. Now, later on, I'm going to do another review of this book. I'm going to do a written review on Tumblr for this particular book. And I'm going to go, spoiler warning, when I do a written review on this, I want to do a full in-depth analysis as to why this issue felt bittersweet to me.
I've lost it.
And now remember, it's my opinion and my opinion alone, okay? And I'm brutally honest, but stick around for that. But I'd still say keep picking it up. All right.
How many times did it take you to do this one?
Which one?
You having to follow her?
It took me about 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
The game's not easy.
I don't feel bad then.
Okay. Uncanny X-Men #1. Or should I say issue 545? Because I kind of feel like Marvel was saying, "Oh, look what DC did. We better do that too." Everything's #1 again. Let's make Uncanny #1 again. We'll boost sales by doing what they did. Give me a break. All right. With that being said, brand new ongoing my ass. It just doesn't feel like a relaunching of Uncanny X-Men. It just feels like the next step, which would be issue 545 Marvel. But Gillen does do a decent job with this. This was actually a fun read, and I'm saying that primarily because Matt Fail Fraction didn't write it. But the thing is, Cyclops. I'm saying it right now. Cyclops is on his way to being a villain. He's on his way to being a villain. Because of the shit he says in this book.
Stand down.
What the hell is Marvel thinking with Scott Summers? Why? Why do you gotta make him such an asshole? I mean, he says shit in here that I was expecting to hear from Magneto. From the old Claremont days. I mean, come on!
It looked like from where I was standing. I had it under control.
It's like, learn to accept us through fear. Also, we're gonna accept, so humankind, according to Cyclops, humankind will accept mutants if we're really afraid of them.
Anyone with this blood in them will be dead within 20
Might as well, wait for them out in the playground and say, "Give me your lunch money, or I'll beat you up." It's ridiculous. Cyclops was the only problem I had with this book. You're making him a villain, Marvel, and what's really sad is that I don't really think you fucking know it. But despite that, this still was a pretty good read. It was passable to me. But I don't know, Marvel, you're really pushing my patience when it comes to Cyclops. You really are. Damn.
I know. Now go.
Oh, you met Robin. Alright, next up, X-Men #20. I like that cover. I decided to go ahead and jump on board with the X-Men with this whole Regenesis thing. I figured we're better to start off on because I'm not a real big vampire fan thanks to Twilight. So I didn't jump on board with the whole Curse of the Vampires thing. And Victor Gischler does a remarkable job with this. I had a lot more fun reading this book than I did Uncanny. This was fantastic. Seeing Storm in a bigger role that she has been getting here lately is refreshing to me. I am a Storm fan through and through, and I do believe that she should lead her own team of X-Men. And this right here was a sample of that. Now, whether or not she'll actually lead her own picked team, that has yet to be seen, as far as I know. But the fact is, this was really good. I love the team that was in here. Very, very different. Very well put together. Storytelling was good. The artwork from Conrad was fantastic. And we get minor spoiler here, the Sentinels are not down. They're not out, and it's really well put together, really well done, and it's got one of those dun 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 kind of cliffhangers that I always generally like when it comes to comic books. Just a fun read. It's a spot-on, solid story, but it's nothing really jaw-droppingly spectacular. Just the cliffhanger was good enough to complete the funness of this issue. I really enjoyed it. This could be an X-Men series that I can really get behind if it's continued to be written like that. Now to DC. We better hurry this up. Justice League International number 3. I love that cover. Dan Jurgens, he's a good writer, but I didn't really get that much out of this. I mean, you got the JLI infiltrating the whole Giants situation, and basically everybody's getting their asses whooped, and you know that's pretty much it. To me, this was. I gotta be honest. This was just okay. You know, as you know, I really don't know what to make of this. Yeah, it's just it ended on a cliffhanger that, you know, it's trying to go for a dun 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 kind of moment, and I wasn't feeling it. I can't explain why. I wasn't really feeling this as much as I felt like I should, and it ended up just being okay for me. Still getting nothing at all from Godiva, nothing but a pretentious flirt, and that's pretty much it. But overall, I'd say if you're an old school fan of the JLI, you may appreciate this more than I did. But to me, this was just okay. Time for the pick of the week.
Dun dun dun.
Pick of the week is Detective Comics number 3. Bitchin' issue. Loved it. We get more character development for the doll maker, who I believe is getting right up there with Batman Rogues. Very, very impressive. Tony Daniels' writing and his artwork is phenomenal in my opinion. Great stuff. This is, like I said in my Dark Knight written review, this is a good time to be a Batman fan because we're getting some more of that dark, gritty storytelling that, you know, it has that dark style artwork to it that fits with it. It's very, very well put together. The thing with Jim Gordon is a little bit of a cop-out, but I can live with that because I kind of figured it wasn't really him. Minor spoiler there. But the doll maker, god damn, he's on his way to being a very serious threat to the Dark Knight, and I'm loving every bit of it. This is remarkable work from DC. Do yourselves a favor. Drop a smoke pellet. But yeah, that's all I could say. This book was incredible. Detective Comics, my pick of the week, hands down. Well, that's all I got. I'm running out of time here because I'm only allowed to do 15-minute videos again. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my Tumblr written reviews. Say bye to my baby for me. Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, everyone, I'll see you later.